is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
We got the Black JG in the building.
Something's wrong with my headphones.
Oh,
We can hear you.
yeah.
We can hear you,
Sound
brother.
good.
I can't hear myself.
Hanging with the
this
book.
is bad.
I got it. Don't worry about
This
it.
is bad. All right, what's up, fellas?
You got that big old head. I know it echoes in there, so you probably can hear yourself.
I don't know what's going on.
Jesse come here taking shots.
It's okay.
Jesse come here taking
Hey,
shots.
he gonna go out. He gonna go out swinging.
Hey, I'm
ain't
going
he?
out. Listen, I'm going out swinging, baby.
He takes shots at me from the start. I just come here speaking positively. And he kicks me in the head, then he kicks you in the head.
That's all right.
Hey, be quiet, Kurt.
Hey, he
You
ain't
next.
gonna, he ain't gonna hurt his head. He can kick as much as he wants.
My insurance ain't gonna cover that injury on my foot kicking that dome.
Oh man,
Like,
I ain't
nah.
never been kicked
What's
in the
wrong
head.
with you, Jesse? What's wrong with you today,
Man, it's been a
man?
busy morning. This is me getting my frustration off.
Oh,
okay.
let us have it. Let us have it.
Let it go at us, man.
Keep it off the kids and let us have
The
it.
parents have been coming down on me at the school.
Oh
so
man.
now
Oh,
Because you
Coming
went
down on
inside
us.
when the kids out getting the flu playing flag football, and you go inside and like get your hair wet.
Hey. I paid my dues already. I can stand and watch from the window.
I hear you, man.
Do you have like a window that overlooks the
I sure do.
the field,
I
and
sure
you just
do.
stand up there like this? with
Tweet out to the coach, hey, man, you need to watch it.
Yeah. Only time I run out there is if something bad happens. A kid is down or something like that. I got to make sure everything is all right.
Yeah. We're gonna make sure everything's all right with this football team.
we can do that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man. Playing the Bears. We're gonna get it back on track.
I think you're right.
It's gonna be 40 degrees. It's between
Good football weather.
45 is the high, 30 is the low. No rain, no snow in the forecast. Will he play with gloves or will he not? Is the question. I got a question for y'all. Before we get into this Cowboys, Bears offenses and defenses, we got to basically combine two shows into one today. But open locker room yesterday, Amari had a quote. Talking about his contract.
I take everything he says seriously.
I do too.
Anybody who doesn't talk much and they decide to talk a lot, listen.
And says I haven't thought about it much. I think that's BS. I think he's thought about it a lot. But he said, like I said, I love it here. I want to be here. I just love this situation, my teammates. I just feel it's the place for me. And he went on to say, I've approached the situation like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Obviously, I'm more productive here than I was in Oakland, so why would I want to change things?
So he has thought about it.
And he said, I'm not gonna put the cart before the horse. We're still in the season. I haven't given much thought to it. So I think he has thought about it.
So he goes, I wasn't thinking about
Right.
it, but in these thoughts that I'm having,
yeah.
but I ain't really thinking
It
about
ain't broke, don't fix it.
I like it here. My teammates
Right.
are here. I've been more productive here, but I ain't really thinking about it.
Right. So do y'all think, obviously you got to take care of Dak, right?
Yeah.
Is Amari a must-sign guy? Do you have to re-sign him? Because at some point you're going to run out of money, right? Byron Jones is up. You just paid Zeke. You just paid Tank. You just paid Lyle. You just paid Jalen. Is Amari a guy you have to have on this team next year?
I would think so, especially after you gave up a number one pick for him.
That
couple
definitely
years
factors
ago.
into it. Mm-hmm.
He's one of the best wideouts in the game. You're going to, your offense is going to revolve around the passing game, and hopefully Dak going forward, you need a big horse out there he can throw to. So, yeah, I think it's – and Jerry has said that they've got the money to pay everybody. I think he said that before, at least these guys. I don't know if Byron Jones is going to be in the mix. But
You don't hear much about Byron.
No.
Yeah.
No, he may be playing his way out of here. I'm not sure. But, yeah, I hope they sign him.
Okay. What do you guys think?
Nate?
It's hot in here. It's been freezing in here for
Went the
2
other
weeks,
way.
and now it's burning up. Jesus. What you looking for, Nate?
Yeah.
Thermostat.
You got nothing?
Jesse, I mean,
Give me a Jason Garrett answer.
to what?
So what the question? Welcome to the show. This is Hanging with the Boys.
Hey, Nate.
Shannon Gross.
No, he asked a question of you, and you haven't answered yet.
He asked a question of us.
The group. This we're
Okay,
a team
so-
here. The group.
We're waiting, Jesse.
I'll give you seniority.
Okay.
Absolutely, you have to sign Amari Cooper. You saw what this team was without him, and Kurt hit it right on the head. This is a passing league. As much as you want to have the run and you will have the run, this is a passing league. Period. And if you don't have a number one stud in that league, then you're going to find yourself like we were the 8 games before he got here. Also, you're getting ready to give this other guy $35 to $40 million, somewhere in between there. Mm-hmm. You want to take his number one target away?
Right.
You want to do that? Mm-hmm. And he's not Aaron Rodgers where he can make anybody better. He needs a number one guy to go out there and do what he does. And then at the end of the day, Jerry's all about selling tickets, baby. Mm-hmm. You need the name to sell the tickets.
Yeah. You're not going to buy a Ferrari and then put a governor on it where you can only drive 65 miles an hour, right?
No.
So, what you think, Nate?
I think Jess is correct.
Is it going to be? Wait. Is it going to be that kind of show today?
I take one shot at you and you get emotional, and now you go into the show. Come on out.
Are you pouting?
Come on out the turtle shell, man.
I am enjoying the show, but I'm not. Kurt said it.
Uh-huh.
He said it.
You think the same thing?
Ditto, yeah, for real.
Okay.
I mean, Amari is a big part of who Dak is.
That's acceptable as long as you.
Yeah, no.
As long as you're not just.
I'm just waiting for you to get on a topic that I'm gonna go over the top on.
What do you want to go over the top on?
No, I'm waiting on Jesse to bring us the offensive defense report. The Bears versus the Dallas Cowboys.
I think you got to sign him if you have the money. Like if it comes down to, hey, we can sign this guy, but we can't sign this guy. But if Mr. Jones is saying they've got the money to take care of more guys, I'm with you and Jesse. You don't sign Dak Prescott in the way that this offense is turning into a passing offense. I mean, hell, Zeke barely touched the ball last week. Like, you can't – I don't think you can sign Dak and take that away from Dak and then go, you know what, we tried this receiver by committee before. Let's just give it another shot. I think – and you gave up a number one to get the guy in here. I don't think you do that if you didn't have intentions of re-signing him. Yeah. So.
And if you're planning on doing any coaching change in the future, you don't want – a new coach coming in here
with no tools.
Yeah. Right? Let them come in here with the toolbox full. Mm-hmm. So that way you can get the best bang for your buck.
Out of the gate.
Not
have to rebuild this thing.
Yeah, you don't want to have to do that.
I'm with you. All right. Bears, we want to go offense or defense first?
Nate?
No, I'm waiting on you, Jess.
Man.
No, the reason I'm saying no, I'm not trying to be funny on that is I asked you about 12 weeks ago. I said, who is Mitchell Trubisky? I'm asking you 13 weeks later.
And you know what? It's going to be the same as you asked what the Cowboys were 12 weeks ago. And what are they now? We don't know.
So the Bears defense, they bad to the bone. I mean, they're not as good as they was last year, but that was actually a lot for them to repeat last year. But they play hard. They play hard, man. They may be looking at their offense like their offense like Jacksonville looking at their offense like we go out here and do it every game, and you got this at quarterback. They could be at that point. So,
but Mitch turned the corner, and I'm not here being a Mitch Trubisky apologist. Yes, he went to Carolina. Yes, that is my friend, but I am not a Mitch Trubisky apologist. He has not played up to his status of being, what was number 2 overall pick?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Number 2 overall pick, not even close. And it doesn't help that the guy that they passed, they jumped over to move down to get Mitch was Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes. That doesn't help your case at all.
Yeah.
That doesn't help your case at all. But here's the thing, and we've seen this, and we'll go Bears offense, Cowboys defense. we've seen what has happened to us when we've allowed mediocre, average, below average quarterbacks time in the pocket. If we don't find a way, somehow, some way, that's what every team that Mitch Trubisky's played against, they've pressured him. They've forced him to play faster than he wants to play. They forced him into bad throws. They forced him into missing reads. They forced him into all the mistakes that he's had all year long.
Right.
You've seen Mitch Trubisky being rushed, being blitzed, and everything about his mechanics have been off. Now, you just saw it on the screen. He's going to find Allen Robinson. He's going to look for him first. He's going to look for him second. He's going to look for him third. And those two have a really good connection. But if you give it now, he's not played up to it. But there was a reason mechanically that they thought that he was worth the number 2 overall pick. If you let him stand back there like the Statue of Liberty and throw the ball without having any pressure on a consistent basis, he has the tools to beat you. Mm-hmm. Period. They don't have much of a passing game, but they have some spots where, again, if you let Mitchell Trubisky stand back there, that's what'll happen to you. You gotta pressure this guy. You gotta make the looks murky. You gotta confuse him a little bit. You gotta take him off his spot. You have to get him in a place where he's not able to throw the ball to Allen Robinson or Taylor Gabriel or Anthony Miller. I mean, all of these guys that he's gonna try to get the ball to, and then David Montgomery and Tariq Cohen, they go in the flats, get him the ball, get him in space. This is you got to put them in definite passing situations. Get them behind the sticks early in the downs. Make Mitch have to beat you from the pocket.
His stock at the end of last year was going way up, and then this year, they're kind of in the same boat the Cowboys are. They were projected to be a lot better. Supposedly had a lot better talent than what they're performing. What's been the hold up with Trubisky? Why hasn't his stock continued to rise? Why did he maybe either dip a little bit this year or just kind of playing out?
The offensive line isn't very good. Mm-hmm. We'll start there. The offensive line isn't very good. So the protection that he's getting is not there. You got to understand the division that he plays in. Like that's a tough division. They're going to play. You're going to have to be able to throw the football, but they're going to come after you as well. Mm-hmm. I think the biggest thing for him in what people thought Matt Nagy coming over is one of the disciples from Andy Reid in Kansas City. They thought, innovative offense, innovative thinking guy, that he's going to be able to take Mitch Trubisky with that arm talent, and do what you saw done in Kansas City, or see what Andy Reid has done in Philadelphia with good quarterbacks. I think the problem is one, Philadelphia and in Kansas City, you have some dogs. You got guys. You got guys like Sammy Watkins. You had guys like the Cheetah. You got Travis Kelce. I mean, you have weapons that get open, and so when a guy is standing there butt naked open, it ain't too hard to throw the ball at him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But when you don't have guys that are creating separation, that are getting open, and you don't have time, all that arm talent and mechanics and all that kind of stuff goes out the window.
Yeah, look at Tom Brady this year.
Right. Mm. And Mitch has come a little bit mentally fragile. When he had the press conference a couple weeks ago, he said, I want to turn the TVs off around this building because everybody's saying stuff about us. Whoa. You can't take people talking about you? You're the number 2 overall pick. You're the quarterback in the National Football League. Everybody's going to talk about you. And so little things like that just kind of eats away at him, and it's kind of bothered him a little bit. And they don't have the talent that they had in other places with Matt Nagy and Andy Reid. But they still have a good enough team that if you don't do what you're supposed to do, they'll beat you.
What are you looking at on their offense, Nate?
Just he's 29th in net yards per game, 281. Yards per play, they 30th at 4.59, and points per game, they 27th at 17.7. I mean, everything he's saying, he's right on. He's spot on, but I just hate for this kid now. One thing he can do is run. If he break contain and get out of that pocket, he can do some damage. He can run, man. And like you said, now this kid got better arm talent than the other backups, whatever that we played against, because that's most of what we played against backup quarterbacks, and he's not one. He's a starter. he can hurt us, man. They can keep drives alive like that. So
what do the Cowboys, like Football Outsiders has their offensive line like ranked 27th. I mean, like you said, they're not a good offensive line. Mm-mm. Why won't this team? Why wouldn't they pressure him? Why wouldn't they blitz? Is it a personnel thing they're worried about?
To us?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's not, that's not what we do. Okay, well, the last 4 or 5 sacks you got been by DBs. So you got to do something.
But yeah, it's not what we do. But do you think that's not the way Richard and Marinelli like it, or they think they don't have the people on the back end to cover?
I think it's a little bit of both. Mm-hmm. When you go back and you look at what Seattle was, right? They were able to get pressure with the front, play a lot of cover 3, or play man free with Earl Thomas back there roaming. Cam Chancellor was always the guy. When you look at Cam Chancellor's stats, when they were good, Cam would always be up in the 80, 90 tackle seasons because he was the guy coming in, filling in the box. They had that hard-hitting safety. And then the guys up front, they got pressure without having to add more guys. The thing with the Cowboys is they're trying to replicate that in the sense of the scheme. They don't have the talent, right? So I always say that the defensive line, more specifically the defensive ends, and the DBs, they're one and the same. They're tied, okay? If I'm able to defend a second longer, Quinn gets there. Tank gets there, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm able to get there, Quinn or Tank, now these guys, granted, again, Seattle had guys like Richard Sherman and guys like Earl Thomas who were ball-hawking guys. So when the ball came out quick, they were jumping it. The problem is when the ball comes out quick now, that because Quinn and Tank or guys like that are getting there, I'm comparing the two teams, right? The two teams that Richard has coached. Our guys in the back end, hell, they ain't even looking at the ball. They ain't got their head turned. They're not opportunistic defensive players. Where when you had, because that's what they want to do. I want to hurry this quarterback so that he is throwing off time, he is throwing off kilter, and then on the backside, I want to have opportunistic defensive players, DBs, linebackers, safeties, that when that ball is in the air, I'm not just trying to bat it down. I'm trying to get to the house. As they say now, I'm trying to get to the apartment. I'm trying to get to the apartment, okay? We don't have that. We have guys that are just like, hey, if he didn't catch it, cool. If we can knock it down, cool. And so what happens is when you don't get those turnovers and you don't get that stuff happening, eventually those guys make a play, extend the drive, and now they get momentum. So it's more of this is what Chris Richard does as a defense, and we don't have the personnel to replicate what he did, what this type of defense that he did in Seattle.
Nate, you brought up Trubisky being a mobile quarterback. It's no secret the Cowboys have had issues. I think we're playing every mobile quarterback except Russell Wilson that's in the NFC this year.
Yet.
Right.
We may see him in the wild card.
Could happen, yeah. We were talking about it today. There's a scenario where the Cowboys theoretically could host the championship game.
They could host the NFC Championship. It's a big, big if, but
it's greater than 0%.
Greater than 0%.
So you're saying
there's a chance. How and I haven't watched Trubisky a lot. I've seen him a little bit, but how mobile is he compared to, say, Driscoll, the quarterback that was in
much better.
Detroit?
To me, much better.
Because he gave us issues, too, getting out of the pocket and getting on the run.
Much better. I think he's of the same caliber. If this kid is not rushed and he gets a chance to stand back there and look at it and then decide he wants to run, he's just as good as that last kid we played. What's your thoughts? I think he's just as good as the kid from Buffalo. If he decided to run the ball, I think he's just as good as that kid, man. Mm-hmm. He got some quick twitch about him.
Yeah. He's we always get this, he's no Lamar Jackson,
right?
All right.
Well, there's nobody that's like Lamar Jackson.
Let's not make him out to that, but he does have athleticism to him.
Yes, he does.
And what they want to do, he's actually, when they get him moving, rolling him to his side, the waggles, the boots. He's actually better in that sense when he becomes a two-way guy, when he can roll out, kind of cut half of the field off so he's not having to worry about breaking down the whole field, get routes that are right in front of him. He can throw really accurately on the move. Mm-hmm. And if you don't contain or you drop back, he'll tuck it. He'll tuck it and go get a first down. Like that he will go do. And again, when Tank and when guys like Covington or Tristan Hill, we hope, or Robert Quinn, when you get to him, you have to
take him down.
You got to take him down because he's not a little dude.
Nah, man.
Like he has some size to him, and he'll step out of a sack. Like he's not gonna Tom Brady you. He's not going if you Tom fall right. If you get around his legs, I give up. No, you're gonna earn the sack that you get on him.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk more Cowboys-Bears on Hangin' with the Boys.
The Cowboys way, where Thanksgiving means spending the day with 100,000 of your closest family and friends to watch the game live. Where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships show us what success looks like. Where we're all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans have the power to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America.
Copyright 2019, Bank of America Corporation.
Hey, Cowboys fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience AT&T Stadium's exclusive VIP Owners Club. Also, tour the star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com.
Ready? Okay. Give me an S. S. Give me an O. O. Give me an S. S. Give me an O. O. What's that spell?
So.
Are we gonna win?
Not if we play like we cheer.
Just okay is not okay. Whether it's cheerleaders or your wireless network, AT&T is America's best wireless network. Best network based on GWS 1 score, September 2019.
So, you're shopping, and that's when you see it. Aisle 23. Dr. Pepper stacked from top to bottom as far as the eye can see. The phrase too good to be true comes to mind, yet there it is. A rich, delicious Dr. Pepper paradise. Wait, did that can of Dr. Pepper just open itself for you? They all are. As if to say, so nice to treat you. And even though it feels weird to talk to a can, you pick one up and say, it's so nice to be treated. Dr. Pepper, so nice to treat you.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Back. Underwear.
Put Tommy John on your end zone underwear that's guaranteed to never ride up. Trust me, I wear it. It's like nothing you've ever worn before. Plus, it's backed by the best player ever wear, a free guarantee. Shop exclusive Cowboys underwear at TommyJohn.com/Cowboys. 20% off your first order.
All right.
All right.
Weather forecast. Low 30, high 45. So it's going to be cold because it's a night game. The wind is most likely going to be blowing because I don't think it never stops blowing in Chicago.
Won't be like a couple years ago, though.
It will not when it was 7 degrees at kickoff, and that's the coldest I've ever been in my life. Are we worried about Dak playing good football in cold weather game? What do you guys think?
I think if it ain't raining or nothing or snowing, I think it'll be all right.
Think he's good?
You go through that one time and you get the feel for it, you make adjustments, and now you're good. You know you can do it now.
My worry are the receivers.
Mm-hmm. Why?
That ball's going to be hard.
Mm-hmm.
Cold.
Mm-hmm.
Randall Cobb already has
a lot of drops.
Yeah. I was trying to find a nice word.
Non-catches?
Yeah, Randall Cobb has a lot of those in perfect surfaces, in perfect weather conditions.
Mm-hmm.
At times, Michael Gallup can be a body catcher. And even when it gets even colder, you're kind of almost thinking about that. Jason Witten has had a lot of drops in the last couple of weeks.
I think the Cowboys are tied for first in drops this year.
So when you're going into this weather,
30. Yeah.
when you're going into this weather, your hands are cold. The ball is rock hard. So when Dak is throwing, he loves that slant. Loves that slant. What happens when you got to make a decision on, do I body catch this? Do I extend my hands out there and catch it? So my hands are a little bit colder. Are they closing in enough time? So all these little things from a receiver's perspective, when dealing with your hands and weather like this, that concerns me a little bit. I think I'm more concerned about the receiver's hands than Dak's hands.
Does the cold we know obviously rain and snow and playing and those kind of elements affect the game. Does the cold affect the play calling as far as running more, passing more, or is it really the same?
If that wind is blowing, like you say, the receivers ain't. That coach see where the receivers are dropping, stuff popping up in the interception, he'll change his mind real quick. Most offensive coordinators, hey, you know what? It ain't going to hurt to run. It is cold. They'll go to agreeing with you. Well, let's just run a little bit more today. It is what it is.
Can I ask a dumb question?
No, it ain't going to be dumb.
If you didn't ask a question on this show per day,
bro.
It's not dumb.
They take 20, 21 balls or something. Could they just heat them, put them in a heated box and keep them warm? Is that?
There's stuff like this that they'll just kind of wrap them, kind of have them in a little light towel. Then they'll bring them out of the box. And then when they bring them out of the box, it's up to the ref to kind of keep them covered. But other than that, you got to have a little warm thing in your hands. And
So like you're saying, like at hockey games, you keep the pucks in like a chilled box to keep the pucks cold. Yeah. Could you do the opposite and keep?
Obviously, you can't because nobody does it.
Why does a football get hard when it gets cold? Because when it gets cold, your tires deflate a little bit. When it's cold, the football, it's almost like it swells.
I don't know.
Is it that the leather just tightens up and makes it harder?
That leather gets hot. Yeah,
I tell you what.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Footballs are not soft anyway, especially when a quarterback's throwing them at about 60 miles an hour. When they get cold, man, those things are stretched tight.
Yeah, and I don't know why they don't do that. You would think, because you see now, like the ball boy on the side, he'll have like a pouch where they have multiple footballs in it,
like a kangaroo.
So I don't know why they don't get one that's heated up. Maybe some quarterbacks don't like that because now there's moisture on the ball. So you know what I'm saying?
True.
Moisture comes on the ball, you put it down. Now there's dirt on the ball. So now when I get it, I'm trying to feel my way through this thing. If my seams aren't right, quarterbacks are very finicky about that kind of stuff, like seams and the feel. I know some quarterbacks like their ball slicker. When they'll have. I remember Tony used to have. Man, they used to rub the darn near leather off the ball. Mm-hmm. He wanted it, but the harder they rubbed it to get that darker looking football, the more tacky it was. He wanted to be more tacky on his fingers so that he can grip it better. And because Tony didn't have the biggest hands. Mm-hmm. That's a problem that Dak doesn't have. I told you guys last week, 2 weeks ago when they played the Patriots, he has the 7th biggest hands
ever
in NFL history from a quarterback perspective. So he doesn't have little hands. Dak has big mitts, but even still with the big mitts, it's all about certain type of. When they let that thing go, they want to be able to feel it.
What is their defense looking like now? Because, like Nate, you said earlier, last year they were amazing defense.
With total yards of 319. They're giving up 4.9 yards per attempt per play. They're giving up 17.3 points a game. That's 4th. Rushing, you only get 97. Passing, 222.
What do the Cowboys
They're
have to do?
actually a lot like the Cowboys because I was reading some stuff. They're all in a worrisome state because they're ranking in these stats. They're ranking among the league leaders.
Yes,
but they're among the worst in sacks. They're among the worst in turnovers.
Yeah, they ain't got but 8 interceptions, 28 sacks. They got 8 fumbles. They've caused 14, but they got 14. No, they caused 14, but they ain't got but 8.
Covered 8. I think the biggest thing they've had guys come in and out of the lineup with injury. Like Danny Trevathan has been in and out with injury. I believe Roquan was out at one point in time with the hamstring or something like that. So they've had a lot of their guys in and out of the lineup. And, I mean, we all know who the star of the room is when it comes to that defense. You got to find 52, right? You got to find him.
Can you slow him down, or is he?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Get the ball out quick. Chip him. Like, the dumbest thing that the Cowboys can do is to think that Jason Witten can block him one-on-one. Like, don't do that. At no point in time of the game, don't ever do that. Don't ever just put a tight end out there, whether it's Witten or Jarwin or Dalton. Don't ever put a tight end out there by themselves against 52. Like, you put somebody with some girth, somebody that got some strength behind them that may be able to slow him down. Like, not only is he talented, he has the motor of a tryhard. You know, you got some guys who are just like, he's not athletic enough or he's not strong enough, but boy, his motor doesn't stop. He is one of the most gifted people in the world.
And he's got that motor.
And he has the motor. So that's the thing that and you can never take a play off because he's constantly coming. Like, he's not going to take a play off. You think, I'm going to take this play off. No. He's coming, Lyle. Oh, he's coming again, Lyle. He's coming again, Lyle. Lyle, he's coming. He's coming one more time. So back's got to be over there chipping him. Zeke, Tony Pollard. Tight has got to be able to chip him. And you got to run at him a little bit, wear him down a little bit, but get the ball out because he wants to create havoc, and he does these things where you hear all the commentators say it about the rushers, the bend. He can bend. He can bend, and he gets around the edge, and no matter whether they got arms around his neck or whatever, he gets around that edge, man, and he just has a knack and nose to strip that football out. So if Dak is back there just jacking off with the ball.
Really?
Interesting.
If he's back there, jacking off with the ball. Got to get that thing off, man. Wow. Don't play around with that thing.
We had a good little rhythm going up to that house.
That's what they call it.
Okay, all right, that's what they call it.
Jacking off with the ball.
If you'd have just left one word out, you'd have been fine. Just jacking with the ball. You didn't have to put off in there, Jesse.
Yeah. Wow, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Jesse. You've done a tremendous job today breaking down the offense and defenses.
That'll be it. Live from San Francisco.
I ain't jacking off. I'm taking this thing serious.
Yeah. What do the Cowboys need to do offensively to I guess slow this defense down or take advantage? I mean,
is there anybody else to worry about?
Yeah. Is it all based around Khalil Mack, or is it?
It starts there. It probably ends there too. They got some decent guys in the back end.
Smith is a tackling machine.
Yeah. How are their
He
cores?
had 2 sacks the last game.
I am praying to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that Prince of Mukamura plays. I am praying.
Think they can exploit him?
Shoot, yeah.
I am praying that he plays.
The Cowboys were interested in him, weren't they?
Oh, so glad they didn't get him. He is a big play waiting to happen. He is a blown coverage, blown tackle waiting to happen. I hope and pray Prince of Mukamura plays.
What's the injury report from yesterday?
He did not practice the hamstring. Danny Trevathan? He didn't play either. Or didn't practice. Ben Broniker, tight end, Taylor Gabriel, Bobby Massey. Those guys did not practice.
What about for us?
For us, you have the normal Leighton Vander Esch, Antoine Woods, Jeff Heath. He set out. Randall Cobb is now fighting an illness, so he did not practice.
Yeah, we saw him in the lunchroom yesterday.
He didn't look good. He looked sick.
Yeah,
kind of
moving a little
under the weather.
You should have been spraying their Lysol.
Yes, so it's that time of year, most wonderful time of the year to spread germs. How was that last cinnamon roll yesterday, by the way?
My wife enjoyed it, man. She said she was going to eat half of it, but I think she got it all.
Did she eat it this morning or last night?
Last night, yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, great.
Well, tell her I hope she really enjoyed it.
I wish you. I know you wishing that my wife probably had a little kind of choking on it, but it didn't. It went down real smooth.
I would never. Now, maybe if you were eating it, Nathan, but not your lovely wife.
But I'm going to tell him, man, we need this game. Dallas Cowboys do not need to limp in the playoffs. We need this game. We need to be sharp. We need to be good. We need to know who we are. We need to throw this ball all over the field, run this ball all over the field.
Let's take another break, and when we come back, let's talk about just that. Do we think there's a chance in hell that this team does or doesn't make the playoffs?
Wow, man. I'm not going to say
I want to know what y'all think, because this team is 6-6. They're in the driver's seat.
Arrow pointing up.
Is it pointing up?
Yes, sir.
You got
Pointing
4
up.
games left. Troy said something on a local radio station this morning about one of your Super Bowl teams, and I want to get your thoughts on it whenever we come back.
Pointing up, baby.
On Hanging with the Boys.
Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Want to show your Texas and team pride too? You can. By purchasing your own Stetson, you can look just like how the flag guys do on field at every home game. Stetson hats, the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys, and your favorite football team. Get yours today in the Stadium Pro Shop or at Stetson.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again for Tailgating with the OtterBox Boys.
OtterBox, the company that builds wildly overprotective phone cases?
The one and only. But cases are just the start. OtterBox is the official outfitter of tailgating.
If they can keep my phone safe, what can they do for my parking lot party?
How about protecting your beverages from suboptimal drinking temperatures with their elevation tumblers? And OtterBox elevation tumblers come in 3 sizes, a 10-ouncer, a 20-ouncer, and even a 64-ounce growler.
Check out all the colors and sizes of their elevation tumblers at otterbox.com.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
Whether you're into being a part of this or more into something like this, SeatGeek has the tickets to the events you love. It's the easiest way to find, buy, and sell tickets. Plus, with their deal score technology, they'll recommend the best seats in the house at the best value. So the next time you're craving this, download the SeatGeek app and let's go. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
We back. Last segment of the show. Big 12. The Oklahoma Sooners and Baylor Bears will face off in the Big 12 championship game on Saturday, December the 7th at AT&T Stadium. Kickoff will be at 11 a.m. Don't miss your opportunity to get tickets before they sell out. Tickets are on sale now at SeatGeek.com. If Baylor wins, is there any way they sneak into the playoff?
Absolutely.
We need for Georgia to lose.
Kyle, where'd you go to college?
So I went to North Texas, but I grew up in Waco.
Okay.
So I've been around that Baylor program for a long time.
So
my dad works for Baylor, too.
So you're saying you think whoever wins that game is in the playoff?
I'm not saying they're in the playoff.
If Georgia lose, they in, Kyle. Just say
That's not true. Utah's definitely right there with them, too.
Utah, come on, man. Utah. Come on, man. Come on, I would not allow the committee to let them be in.
There's a good chance Utah loses on Friday, and this is all a moot point anyways, because they haven't beaten a top 25 team all year long. So
Oregon is a 2-loss team already.
It's all going to come down to whoever's that last team to get in, who can produce the most money.
And it's not Baylor.
Yes, it is.
Whose fans going to travel the best? Who's going to buy the merchandise? That's all it comes down to. Because I don't want to they're not going to put a team in the national championship game who can't fill out the allotted amount of seats that they got to fill out. And they're not going to travel. They want teams.
What's up, Coach? What's up, Coach? Georgia. What's up, Coach?
They want teams that's going to be able
Georgia
to go out there.
going to lose and Baylor going in.
Why'd you say that so loud? You want to let Coach know we're talking about college football?
I spoke to Coach, man. Coach know where my heart at, bro.
Where's your heart?
Where's the heart?
My heart is in winning. That's what we going to do against the Bears. Oh, and that's Baylor Bears, baby. Let's go.
So let's talk about that.
Okay.
What's that?
6-6, right? Okay. We're at 6-6. You were on the last Super Bowl team that was struggling towards the end of the year, right?
That's when your beard was all black.
You always had a beard?
You all right, you all right, baby? You all right?
Who hurt you? Who hurt me?
Who hurt you today?
Who hurt me today?
He's just going at everybody with venom and fire.
Silence is key today.
I mean, Nate has done nothing but lay low and sit here and almost
because
not
I've been
talk.
waiting to tell y'all.
I'm just saying, like, look at the time that has elapsed.
You could have said it in a better, less hurtful
I was
way.
just talking about the time that
even
elapsed.
when he's talking about the Bears and their team and what they doing, I'm like, they personal problems. I'm like, this dude. I'm like, this dude all day, man.
I'm gonna say in the words of Nate Newton, wow.
Wow. Hey,
wow.
but I'm telling you, all it takes is for the right guy to make the right play and don't let this team fall. Like I said, I was telling guys on the show I did the other night, Michael Irvin was that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I go back to Bennett. I just wish Bennett would have used that bullet before the game, right before the game, or at halftime.
Instead of after the game.
Yeah.
What'd you think of Prescott saying that more or less words don't matter? Yesterday?
He's ready. You saw how he took on that guy in the game, how he just took that was the dumbest move he made all day. I'm serious. The only positive you have right now is that guy. The other guy, they ain't handling the ball. That's Zeke. The only positive you have is Dak. And he took off and ran right at this dude. I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Because what's behind that ain't you know.
But to Kurt's question, what do you think about what he said?
But talk is cheap?
Yeah.
And see, I'm with that. Jess, you see I've been kind of sitting here quiet all day?
All day.
Because I want to see what the Cowboys going to do because no matter what I say, like last week, who was the most positive person? And our callers came in here and like, Nate, you need to listen to Jesse. Nate, you ever thought of this, Nate? And everything was negative.
Mm-hmm.
And so not what you were saying was negative. You was giving us the facts on who New England was or who the team we was playing. So that's not negative. That's just giving facts. But you notice every caller just shot down anything I said the day before. And I'm saying to myself, the only way this thing gonna right itself is those players get out there and perform. Now, who is that guy? That's what I'm waiting on. I'm sitting here thinking, who is that guy on our team? Who is that guy that can affect the game the most, which is Dak on offense? But who is that guy on defense that can affect us the most? That's Lawrence. So these guys need to show up in a special way against the Bears.
Yeah, and the fan base right now is down on the Cowboys. The media is down on the Cowboys. But it can be done. You got 4 games left. If you roll off 4 in a row to go into the playoffs, you always hear about peaking at the right time. You got a home playoff game. I feel like everyone's given up. And, Mr. Jones said it on the Fan this morning. We're going to go win this thing. They believe as an ownership group that they can still go win.
But my thing is, for him, can he believe anything else?
You're kind of all in at this point, right?
Right?
Until the end of the season, right?
For him, he has no other choice but to have all-out optimism. He has to go over what Nate does.
Mm-hmm.
Don't see.
Again, no, underhanded. That was just kind of a little backhanded little flick. That wasn't a swing. That was just a shoot. Right, Kurt? Right?
He has to be. Yeah,
is I'm paying for eating all them cinnamon buns, man? Is you paid this dude to be a hired assassin?
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. It's a verbal assassin today.
I'm sorry.
He's over.
He's over what Nate does.
Oh my God! Just heaven help you today.
I'm sorry.
You're right, though. He's got to be positive.
Kurt, say something.
Help me out here, Kurt. There's nothing else he can do.
Defend your teammate, Kurt.
Hey,
Kurt don't want to get in this crossfire.
No, I mean I agree with him. He's
See?
But the voice of reason.
The voice of reason.
We've seen this work. And with what we keep being told, this team's talented. I challenged you the other day on the show. Are they really? Well, yeah, if you go position by position and take past history, yes, they are that talented. We've seen it. It takes one game to start something, right?
it takes for us, and it's going to have to be our defense. Because the one game that we won convincingly and with no questions was Philadelphia. No questions, right? And that was our defense. Now, I'm with you, Jesse, 100%. We're going to have to score 30-plus points. I don't care if it's against the Bears. We're going to have to score 30-plus points. But our defense still have to kick something in there somehow, some way.
But to Shannon's point, I think that's the biggest problem is the talent is fragmented. Football is 11 one-on-one battles in the same scheme.
That sounded so
That's
sweet.
Poetic.
That's so sweet.
It's poetic.
It really is.
Jesse,
and what
we're not
happens
doubting
is,
it.
for us, is we'll have 9 guys doing the right thing. We'll have 10 guys doing the right thing. And the other team always finds the one dude who is off
That
script.
can affect that play the most.
Right. And so we have to have the talent be on the same page, doing the same thing. That's all football. Like, as complex as this game is, it's simple. There is a script. There is a play. I just need you to win that play. I told you guys this before. There isn't an offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator in the world that doesn't draw up a play that's supposed to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
There's not one play. We just saw Coach Garrett just walk by. He's been in the league. He's been in the league a long time. Really good player. Been in the league a very long time. Not one play that he's ever drawn up in his life that he goes, "Hey man, if you hit this rock here, boom, double team, get to that next guy." Man, he's always said, "Hit your head on the goalpost." What happens? Somebody loses. Somebody loses.
They're that Cobra. They're that Cobra. They're that Cobra.
Somebody loses. And so the problem is with us is we have our talent is fragmented. It's not on the same accord. And so you're trying to get this well-oiled machine to function. You're trying to get the Ferrari to go. You're trying to get the Lambo to go, but something's off. There's a piece missing, right? It turns on, but I can't get it in drive because whatever. That's where we're at. We got Ferraris. We
See, and that's the problem. You know, you need a few of them trucks that when I was growing up, when the engine went off, you still could turn the wheel. These new cars, the engine goes off, it locks the wheel. So you need one of them old style Groovers, bruh.
Yeah.
A custom 1500 Chevrolet. You know, leave them Ferrari as long as that's your problem. You live in the Ferrari world. You got to come on over here to the custom.
See, you want custom.
To your point, Michael Beno just quoted, he said, "You never go into a game thinking you're going to lose. I think we have some of the best players in the league. It's just us putting it together."
We heard that
And you left the last part out.
And going out there and winning.
You have to win. Can they
put it together?
Can they put it together this late in the season and win and go into these playoffs with some momentum behind them? What does that take?
Let's do this right quick. Like, okay, give me a pen. You got make sure everybody got a pen.
We got a pen. Hang on real quick. Kyle, you had a stat real quick since we're talking about scheduling in and out the year.
And I want to get a pen.
So I was looking last night, just kind of curious with the winning percentages of the rest of the Cowboys schedule and what it looked like. Currently, they're out of 32 teams, 23rd strength of schedule strength as Ambar walks in behind me. But there's also
she does that to people.
You look at Philly's strength of schedule, they are last on the list. I mean, they're facing teams from here on out, the Cowboys, the Giants twice, and then the Redskins once, a combined winning percentage just over 27%.
So they have the weakest strength
of schedule for the rest of the year. The Cowboys have what would be the 10th weakest.
And we knew going into the season that's the way the end of the year was going to shake out. That's why we said the Cowboys had to start hot.
Because business early.
Philly was going to finish out the year probably against a bunch of bad teams, which that's kind of played out.
On the back of y'all empty sheets, man. Yeah. Right. Bears, Rams, Eagles, and Washington Redskins. Write this down.
Bears,
Rams, Washington Eagles, Washington. That's how we playing these. Okay, you do the same thing, Kyle, and them guys that disappeared on us. You know, if they want to get involved. Now, we going to a break first?
No, we're done.
Okay,
we're done with breaks.
No, okay. All right. Each guy individually write down, your scores, which games we win and lose.
Win and lose,
yeah,
right?
And you know what I'm saying? So, and secretly do it where the next man can't see it. Okay. Give me your pen when you get through so we all know, and we'll call it out right here because it start with the Bears, bro. It start with the Bears. Don't let them see yours, man. Don't look over there, Kurt. Kurt's there.
All right. There you go. I got mine.
So we're doing this for all 4 games?
Yeah.
Each game
It's like a group project almost.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
It's Professor Nate taking us to school.
Well, I'm just saying.
Let me guess. Nate's going to have www. Jesse's going to have LLLL.
No.
Kurt's going to have a whole lot of my head tells me this, my heart tells me this. All right. I got my 4. You got your 4, Kurt?
Yes. Got my 4. You got your 4?
I got my 4. You didn't put
I got
scores?
my 4. Now, who going first? You want Kurt, then me?
Well, this is your game, so you got to go first.
Okay, I go first. And I don't know the scores.
Oh, so we didn't put – you said put scores in.
Yeah, but I don't know the scores. Bears +5. We're going to win by 5 points.
Okay.
We're going to win. I got the Rams. It's going to be a tough, hellacious game here with us. We're going to get 2 turnovers, and we're going to win by 1.
Okay.
All right? With the Eagles, we're going to go up there for the first time and blow them out by a magnificent +6 with a win. Now, this is what I feel. Now, y'all may not feel this way.
You've been feeling this the whole year.
But Washington, it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a dogfight. And we'll win. We up there, right?
No, it's at home.
Oh, shoot. Well, I had 3 more points, +6. I had +3. We winning, dog. Now, that's what I got. That's how I feel. Kurt, how you feel?
I think they're going to win all 4.
Good God, a bunch of homers in here. Let me bring some reality to this. Let me bring some reality to this show.
And because they're playing the Rams at home, I think they're going to end the,
you think
Chicago's not a winning team either. They're 6-6. They beat all the teams they're supposed to. So.
Okay. All right. So here's where I'm at.
Okay.
I got them losing to the Bears because you know why?
Why?
Show me you can go win. You haven't shown me that you can beat a decent team.
All right,
okay,
we finna show you.
Go show.
Bears
I hope I'm wrong.
Same thing.
Right.
We got La'el Collins against Khalil Mack. We'll do all right. That's what's scaring me.
I hope I'm wrong. Go show me. I think they're going to beat the Rams at home because that's just the way this team works. You win one, you lose one. All right. I think they're going to lose to the Eagles because my theory is going to come true. It's going to come down to the last game of the year.
Okay.
The Eagles are going to win out.
He going off a theory. See that he's going off a theory.
I'm going off
his heart.
I'm going off of history. You're right. I'm not going off my heart. Show me you can beat the Bears, and then I'll believe you.
But the Buffalo Bills supposed to be 3 and whatever now. If history was going to prove everything, right? The Buffalo Bills ain't supposed to come in and be as good as they
and then you're
were.
going to beat the Redskins to sneak into the playoffs.
Okay.
So
who they beat?
We'll be 8-8, and you're saying the Eagles will be
8-8.
8-8, and we'll have the tiebreaker.
No, we won't.
Because we have to
if the Eagles beat us.
If the Eagles beat us, we lose.
That means you'd be second in the East.
Next tiebreaker.
I guess we're missing the playoffs then. Jesse, what you got?
See that?
Mexico.
See how you think? See how you thinking, man?
Down in old Mexico.
Nah, that's voice of reason.
I think they could honestly.
The conspiracy
I think they
theorists.
could go 3-1, but I got them 2-2 on the show.
Now you're backing up.
No,
now
I got
you're backing
them
up.
2-2. I got them 2-2.
Come on, Dion.
2-2.
Boom.
So I got them beating the Bears.
Oh.
I think they do show up.
Okay.
All right.
I think they do show up. I think more so Mitch is bad.
Okay.
I think Mitch more so gives them the game than they actually win the game.
Okay.
I told y'all last week the Rams found a 500-yard offense.
Yes, sir, bro. They are nice.
Okay? They found a 500-yard offense.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like people start to gear up when they got to come play us.
Mm-hmm.
I got them losing to the Rams.
Okay.
I have them losing to the Eagles.
We ain't going to the playoffs then, bro.
And I have them beating Washington.
Mm-hmm.
I think this thing ends exactly the way it started with Jason Garrett.
8-8?
8-8.
Kyle, what you got?
So I put a close 17-16 ugly win against Chicago.
Okay.
I just think are a better team overall, but I still think it's going to be a dogfight, like you said, Nate. I think at home, it's going to look a lot like that Minnesota game. You talk about the offense for Los Angeles. I kind of think it mirrors maybe Minnesota a little bit at home, high-powered offense. I think it'll be a 31-28 loss. And then I think they win in Philly in like one of the all-classic type of games. I have 34-32, just a weird score. And then I have them blowing out Washington at the end. Washington's going to be in a tank fest trying to get a better pick at that point. So
you got them 3-1?
Yeah, 3-1, making the playoffs just barely.
Kurt, you got them 4-0.
Yes.
Nate's got them 4-0. Jesse's got them 2-2. I got them 2-2, and Kyle's got them 3-1.
See, I'm telling you. I'm telling you something, man.
What are you telling us? You can't.
Fortunate for me. Fortunate for me.
Tell us something, and you stop giving us words.
Fortunate for me, Jesse, that the Eagles are going to be a tied team, and we're going to beat the tied team, and we're going to beat this team here. What is the Bears right now?
6-6.
See, the only thing got winning records, I got a shot, dog. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's simple how I'm figuring this out. Because Minnesota told us what we are.
It would be par for the course because that's means
what I'm saying.
You lost last week. That means you're due to win this week.
7-5 though. So,
but see, what I'm trying to hope is that they fall on some hard time injuries.
And that's the thing for the Rams. They're coming back
from injury.
From injuries.
And they found 2 interior linemen that they running that ball behind, and Gurley. For the last few weeks, I've been watching Gurley. He been looking like Gurley. I
guess that's what they've been doing. They've been kind of low managing him all year.
Yeah.
Kind of now starting to gear him up for the long
in the wrong division, though, ain't it? He in the wrong division. The Rams in the wrong division, man.
Yeah. So is who's that other team on the West Coast?
Who is that?
Who you got out there?
Seahawks, 49ers, Cardinals.
Cardinals?
Yeah.
The Cardinals in the wrong division, but I'm telling you, this thing is nice. I like how the NFC overall.
Right. There's some good teams.
Don't worry about the Cowboys. This NFC is nice, man.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And don't tell me all these teams can run. All these teams can play defense. Everyone that's leading their division, they can run, they can play defense, and they got a nice QB.
All right, Kurt.
Yeah.
Prediction: Cowboys. We got them winning.
Got them winning.
We don't have a show tomorrow.
No show tomorrow. No show Thursday. We'll be back Friday.
We didn't get Mama Gross's pick, huh?
No, she's
wow, man. You didn't call your mother?
I texted her. She hasn't texted me back.
We've got a show on Friday. We can still talk to her then.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get her pick for the game.
Give me Cowboys 24-21.
Oh. So you got them winning 24-21. Nate? What'd you say, 5?
+5, yeah.
Nate, +5.
Yeah.
Jesse?
27-21. Bears. Cowboys.
21.
Bear Cowboy.
Cowboys.
Kyle, what you got?
It was a Bear Cowboy.
Cowboys, like I said, 17-16.
All right. Got to show me.
You?
Got to show me it. I got them losing.
I think it's the first time all year long you've been on that side by yourself.
It is.
There have been multiple times that I've been on the island by myself.
I'm going to go 27-24. They don't get to 30. They don't win.
Ooh.
Cold weather, I just don't. Show me. Show it to me. I hadn't seen it.
I agree.
I hope I'm wrong.
I want to be on that side with you. I want to be on that island with you. But I'm.
You think Trubisky's going to keep them from prevent them from winning?
No, but I think it's what the Cowboys do. They go like, oh, here we go. About to run off the next 4. And when fans get back excited again, and then they come here.
If we run off the next 4, bro, we NFC bound, bro. We NFC championship bound. If we run off the next 4, this thing is over.
If we run off 3 of the next 4 and the loss is a convincing loss, I'm in. That means, to me, you will have figured it out.
Bro. They cannot lose, Shannon.
They got to win 4.
They got to run it all. They got to run it. You got to start with the Bears, and you got to run this thing. I'm serious. Because that game that my man Kurt just mentioned, they 7-5 right now. The Rams. That is the game where you say, okay, we beat a good team. We beat a winning team. So now you really just can start ramping it up.
Yeah. And we're going to ramp it on up out of here. We got to go. Kurt,
well, we got to go with your mom,
Good
man.
seeing you. She didn't answer. I can't.
Well, that's because you've been trying to dog me out on the cinnamon buns.
Yeah, she's probably mad at you for not letting her baby have them cinnamon rolls. Jesse, thanks for being here.
I'm sorry, guys.
Nate,
sorry, I was a little
it's
snippy
okay.
today.
Just get you a nap.
a little chirpy, a little chippy.
Nate, thanks for bringing it. Kyle, thanks for keeping us on the air. Caden,
said,
stay the hell away.
What does the word chippy mean? That was Amari asked. What does chippy mean?
Just pull
out of source.
Pull this show up and listen to Jesse. That's what chippy is. We'll be back Friday, hopefully after Cowboys victory Friday on Hangin' with the Boys.
Hopefully it will be.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!